this world needs something more powerful than any of us.
Trouble always comes around.
Ultron in the flesh.
I'm gonna tear you apart from the inside.
Alright, now let's get into the fun stuff. The Avengers Age of Ultron film review. Now, this is just about the biggest film of the year, or at least one of the biggest films of the year, and this, boy, is this film freaking huge. Of course, we have all the past Avengers coming back. Robert Downey Jr. as Iron Man, Chris Evans as Captain America, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Mark Ruffalo, whatever his name is, he's the Hulk. We got Scarlett Johansson, she's back as the Black Widow. We got Jeremy Renner back as Hawkeye. And we got Samuel L. Jackson back as Nick Fury. Kobe Smulders is back as Agent Maria Hill. We've got Don Cheadle back as Rhodey Rhodes, aka War Machine. And we have got Anthony Mackie. He's back as Sam Wilson, aka the Falcon. Just everyone is here. It's insane. It's huge. And of course we've got new cast members coming in as well. James Spader plays evil android Ultron. I almost forgot his name. It's the name of the title character of the film, Ultron. And of course we have Elizabeth Olsen and Aaron Taylor-Johnson joining the mix as the twins, Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver, respectively. And boy, this film is absolutely insane. From the word go, we are thrown straight into the action. And if you saw the previous part of this, I was talking about the MCU and the Age of Ultron's part within the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and we are literally thrown straight into action. There's not a lot of backstory on why the Avengers. Well, we know why the Avengers are back together, but there's not a lot of backstory on how they've come together and what's going on. And I'm hoping that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., the last couple of episodes of this current series leading up to the episode, really just kind of kicks into it and leads right into the film. That's what I'm really hoping for. Now, as I said, action-packed from the word go. I mean, this movie just doesn't let down. There's a few moments where the action sort of subsides, but then you're just back up and going in a couple of minutes' time. It's absolutely, I've said it many times, it's absolutely insane. I really enjoyed this movie. This is just about the best offering that Marvel has brought out with its Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I'm a huge fan of all these films. Captain America Civil War was absolutely incredible. That was probably a very close favourite. Same with Guardians of the Galaxy and the Iron Man films. They're my personal favourites within the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but Avengers Age of Ultron, I've seen it twice now, and I could just see it again and again and again and again. It is absolutely insane. Now, the storyline of the film is, as many know, Tony Stark and Bruce Banner are working together to create, well, they have, prior to the events of this film, created a series of Sentry robots, and they're basically robots that are self-programmed to activate without, they're basically Iron Man suits that don't need someone inside the suit to operate them, so they're a Sentry being, and they're basically sent out, and they've created these robots to protect and to assist the Avengers when there's battles and stuff going on. But the one thing that they haven't really perfected is artificial intelligence. They've perfected a robot that can actually think. Now, they at the very beginning of the film, they are set out to find Loki's scepter, and within the scepter is the Mind Stone. That is an Infinity Stone, the Mind Stone. And when they unlock the power of the Mind Stone, they find that they can create artificial intelligence, and they decide to kickstart what they've been planning for a long time, which is the Ultron program. Now, I'm not ruining anything because this all happens within the first 5 to 10 minutes of the film, but they harness this power and something just goes wrong, and the resulting Ultron artificial intelligence android, he becomes evil. And now they had planned to program him to help save the world and to help bring peace to the world, but a couple of glitches in the system, well, they make Ultron want to extinguish life on Earth and make the Avengers extinct. And is one menacing, bloody bad guy. This one, Ultron, is absolutely insane. I keep saying that word, insane, but it is. This movie is insane. I'm just sorry, I'm daydreaming. I'm thinking about the movie. It's a really good movie. Anyway, so basically the film then sets out the Avengers have to save the world from Ultron, who he's not just one robot. As many of us know leading up to the film, Ultron is various robots, and he can transmit his mind through the internet into other robots. So Ultron basically keeps upgrading as the film goes around. He starts as a Mark 1 android, he then becomes a Sentry robot, he becomes an Ultron Prime, and then of course there's Ultimate Ultron right at the end of the film. He keeps upgrading in size and shape and form until he gets to Ultimate Ultron. There's a huge face-off with Ultron. And like I said, this is just about the best, if not the best, installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe so far. And like I said, insane. And if this is leading into something else, if this is leading to the Infinity Wars, I can't imagine how freaking crazy that's going to be. It's going to be just a fucking mind blow. That film, it's going to be crazy. Oh my god, I'm daydreaming about the movie again. Was that crazy? I haven't been this excited about a movie for a long time. This could very well be at the top of my favourite movies of all time. Avengers Age of Ultron, like usually I'd give a movie a star rating, and can I give it like 100 out of 10 stars? 100 out of 5 stars or something like that? I mean, this movie was just incredible. Now here on my reviews, I don't like to rate films based on artistic merits or any of that pretentious kind of shit. I like to rate films based on enjoyment factor and what just the general movie going public wants to see in a film, and that's enjoyment, that's escapism, and that's just having a really good time, getting away from the world. When you're sitting there watching a movie, you don't want to be thinking, oh, it's so artistic, look the way they've done, oh, can you see the way that the character of him and the character of him, they create the symbol. Nah, fuck off. Stop being pretentious. So with that, Age of Ultron, absolutely. This is one of the greatest action films I've ever seen in my life. This is one of the greatest, if not the greatest superhero film that's ever come out. And when Infinity Wars comes out in 2018, 2019, I think we're in for a real treat, because if this is really leading up to something, this is big. This film's big. Imagine what's coming next. And then you're going to see with Age of Ultron what's coming next. And this film is not going to disappoint. If you're a Marvel fan, if you're a superhero film fan, this movie is just simply not going to disappoint. It's been worth all the hype. Disney and Marvel have thrown in a lot of money into the marketing campaign for this film. You cannot go anywhere without seeing massive Avengers billboards. You can't go to shops without seeing Avengers merchandise. You can't turn on the television without seeing the trailer. Or you can't turn on the internet without a little pop-up coming down the side advertising the trailer or a poster or something. This film's absolutely everywhere, and rightly so, because this film is incredible. And if you are a fan of the Avengers, if you're a fan of Iron Man, if you're a fan of Hulk, if you're a fan of Thor, Captain America, or whatever, you're going to absolutely love this film. And there's a lot of superheroes here. There's at least 10, 11 superheroes within the film. And a lot of people are kind of worried that maybe there's too many. Because in the past when superhero films have tried to cram so much into one film, it hasn't worked. But I won't say surprisingly, because I'm not surprised, because Marvel's been doing very well with this. But the way they've juggled each of the characters is absolutely fantastic. Each character that's in the film has their own place, has their own role within the film, within the Avengers team, and they're not just superfluous. They're not superfluous to the story. They're not irrelevant. That's what I'm trying to say. They are not there for the sake of them being there. They all serve a role and they all serve a part in the story. Each character has their time to shine, and characters that haven't had proper time to shine in the past, such as Hawkeye and Black Widow, really get a lot of screen time in this one, especially Hawkeye. He gets a lot of character development in this film. It's absolutely fantastic. And of course, new characters. Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are crazy. They are really good characters. And oh my god, I haven't even mentioned Paul Bettany as the Vision. Probably just about my favourite Avenger now. He is really, really, really cool. He's an android, and he is. I'm not even going to say anymore. Because he's crazy. He's really cool. This movie is really cool. I wish I could see it again. I can't see it again for Thursday. Anyway, that's it. That's my review. 100 stars out of 5, if that's possible. Screw it. This is my channel. I'm giving it 100 out of 5. I probably shouldn't. I should give it 5 out of 5, so that because other movies might be better than this in the future. No, I'm telling you. Anyway, I'm going to give it 5 out of 5 stars. And yeah, Avengers: Age of Ultron. If you're considering seeing it, if you're a fan of all these movies, if you know you have to go, just go and see it. Just see this movie because it really is very nice. Borat's not in the Avengers, just in case you're wondering.